component of the horticultural industry, the cut flower subsector is still limping. But we are happy that there are farmers who have now taken up the space to produce. So here in Nyanga, certainly the climate is good for certain flowers, certain cut flowers, and we have a concern there which is exporting 3 times a week, which is unprecedented, and they're exporting to Japan and Holland and other places, and really as a concern they are growing, which is what we expect. So while the that subsector is limping, we are seeing strides toward reviving it, and that is what we are doing in the various spaces of horticulture. So cut flowers, certainly we used to be the biggest supplier into Holland, second to Kenya, and we would want to regain that position and even surpass Kenya. So we are excited that something is happening, and certainly we will not stop. We'll keep growing our cut flower subsector. Yeah, so certainly the outgrower schemes buttressed by the export horticulture and the export markets that they have is key. We operate on a core, a center of production, and then we have these outgrowers who are smaller growers who may not have capacity to export by themselves. So that model really works and is supported by the Horticultural Development Council, Trade, and the ministry itself to ensure that hub and spoke model is buttressed. So here in Nyanga it's working, and so we have these big growers who have the capacity to export. We have the capacity to link to these markets, and then we have all these smaller growers who are feeding into this hub which can then export. So it's a model that's really working, and with HDC we are encouraging that hub and spoke model to ensure that we revive that sector.
Yeah, we are here in the Eastern Highlands, a horticultural hub.
So crop loss is always a concern, and what we are doing as a ministry is to ensure that we ensure as reduced losses possible. So one of the concepts that we are pushing, obviously derived from our many village business units, is to create aggregation centers where we have produce which can then be aggregated for marketing. The advantage is that whatever produce we get goes to a common and central market where it can then be sorted and prepared for the market. That alone would reduce loss. But we also are encouraging value addition at source. So we don't want bananas, we don't want all these many crops to move from farm as raw materials. We want them value added and beneficiated. So that is the thrust. So when we see bananas, we want flour, we want juice from these bananas. We want to see dried vegetables from all these vegetables, not to lose 25% of our vegetables to as they go by the day. So we really want to encourage value addition, and here in Nyanga we have seen quite strides with in this agricultural show. We have seen a lot of strides towards value addition by the small scale growers, and that is what we encourage.
Thank you very much.